Hello everybody and welcome back to another live stream here on Noki Plays. My name is ProfNoki, like you probably know, but if you don't, welcome to the channel. Here today on stream, I'm going to be diving back into Pokemon Sword to continue my journey of, again, completing the Pokédex. Yesterday I got 30 Pokemon under my belt, and I'm hoping that maybe I can top over, 20 or so today so that I can get up to 200. But we'll see how far I can get. Also, I plan today to discuss a lot of the topics that I went over in this past week's News with Noki on Sunday, as well as also talking about a few things that have come up since then that I'll be discussing further in detail on the upcoming News with Noki. So, without further ado, I hope you enjoy. Sword though and continue my journey, and it is a journey. Honestly, I thought that yesterday I was going to be able to get at least 50 Pokemon added, and that was in evolving some of the Pokemon that I already had and going out and catching some other ones, and yeah, I got over half of what my goal was, but that's definitely not the same as 50. So I mean, it's definitely going to take some time. I do feel like I'm going to wait on trading until I've actually maxed out all the time I possibly can hunting for them. I mean, I'd like to actually give it the old college try of actually catching each of these Pokemon for myself. Okay, here, 1 second. Alright, Alex, you said there was a constant beeping. Is that gone now? Okay, awesome. That happened in one of my other streams, and I don't know if it's because of the little intro that I added or not. But all I have to do is turn off the microphone and turn it back on, and then that seems to correct it. So, for future reference, if that ever happens, just let me know. It didn't happen the last couple of times for some reason, so I don't know exactly what triggers it. But luckily, it's easy to fix. Thank you for letting me know, Alex, though. I really appreciate that. I think I went into this battle with the wrong Pokemon. I probably should have used... I mean, I actually put a lot of my Pokemon through the Pokejobs right now and through a bunch of different academies. So I don't really have, actually, my most powerful Pokemon because I figured I might as well do a little bit of competitive training while I'm using this other team. Nice. At least we got its first shield down. I'm sure it'll have another one. Unless we can really get its health down quickly, but I don't know about that. I'm glad we've got Togepi on our team, though. That health dew really is coming in handy at this point. That Alcremie's attack almost knocked me out in one hit, which is just incredible. Like I said, I don't think I chose the right Pokemon. I know it's a poison, and poison is good against Fairy, but I haven't really taken a lot of time with Mr. Tingles. Figured you guys wouldn't want to hear me blowing my nose. And it looks like Alcremie put up another shield. Oh man. Not very effective, but still almost took me out. Man. Stronger and stronger. It's gonna be a tough battle here, guys. Yeah, especially since I just lost my Dynamax. Oof. Knew it. Probably not a good battle to start the stream off with. Not starting off with good luck here, am I? Yeah, we just got whirlwinded out. Hey, at least that gives me a chance at redemption, at least. So let me I want to check. I don't think I put my I don't believe I put Monitor. Yeah, see, I still have Monitor. I'll use Monitor in the next one. Need to do some box organization here. Let's see, do I have any? No, I don't really have any that are next to each other that I can quickly move. I guess I could do this quickly. Probably make it a little easier at least. That's probably good. Did that just fill it, or did it spill over into another one? I don't think it did. Okay, so I'm actually gonna need a third water box here eventually. Alright, let's do grass next. And actually, when I took a bunch of my Pokemon out of the Pokejobs, it just stuck it in some random box. Stuck all my Pokemon in this random box. Where's my ice? There's bug. There it is. And yeah, a bunch bug Pokemon got stuck. Jeez. I didn't realize there was that many. Let's do this group first. No wonder that box was filled up. Bunch of bug Pokemon in there. I got a couple of Psychic in here too. That's good. I didn't really want to get a third box already for it. That was off a little bit there. There we go. Let's see. Isn't there some more? Yeah. Bunch of Psychic. Clicking buttons too quickly here. Already in there, might as well. Alright. Wait. What are you doing, Corfish? What are you doing? Get back in your box. So, Sigliff doesn't belong. It's like playing that game of what doesn't belong, or what's the difference in this picture. Scan it quickly. Yeah, those are all water Pokemon, but these are definitely not all normal. So I've got fighting. Man, that really messed up my boxes, Pokejobs. Some ghosts. I'm just gonna do this so it takes less time. Got some more fighting here. No wonder my boxes were looking like odd and empty. I should just do it this way. I was scanning through them before the stream because I was doing the Pokejobs, and I was looking through for some specific Pokemon, and I just couldn't believe how empty some of my boxes were. I was like, I have caught more than that. Oops, wrong one. I've caught more than that, you know? And then I had seen that a couple of them were out of place, but I didn't realize that that many were stuck in boxes they didn't belong in. I wonder if there's a way to direct where your Pokejobs boxes are being deposited. Maybe it's kind of like with catching Pokemon and it's the last box you have open. But I could have sworn that I mean, my deposit box was full, so maybe that's why it spilled over to normal and water. I guess that would make sense. So I guess I just need to do a better job of keeping my deposit box empty. At the end of each stream, I should do a little bit of organization after the stream ends. That way I'm not wasting your guys' time while on stream. But I think I've got everything pretty straight now. Like I said, I did do a lot of Pokejobs in Academy beforehand, so that is why some of these are still empty. Alright. Deposit's empty. I think what I'm going to do is actually create another box for my team Pokemon. These would just be all the Pokemon that I like to generally use in battle. Eventually I'll do like a competitive box and stuff like that, but for now. And I might end up having to condense some of these depending on how many Pokemon I catch of each. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into this raid, give it one more shot. This time with a little bit more of an equipped Pokemon. Well, that wouldn't be a bad idea either, would it? But I like Monoteer. Senorita Monoteer. Round 2, fight! It's a Gigantamax Alcremie.
Oh.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that.
Yep.
Let us do Max Ooze. You wanna come sit up here with me? Check this out.
Whoa. Okay, dig my Salasso.
No, it's Dynamax Salazzle. Fun fact, I had a really difficult time in Sun and Moon finding a female Salandit to actually get to become a Salazzle, so I never actually achieved a Salazzle in that game. So I was really excited when I came across this one in this game. I was like, finally! That poor wishy-washy. Max Knuckle?
Yep.
No. I can't even do Max Knuckle, and I don't think that Alcremie can either. Let's get that shield down, folks. How would you use Amnesia? What a poor choice of move. Try to get this shield knocked out. You're over here using Amnesia. Wanna go watch Spider-Man? Ultimate Spider-Man. I've actually been thinking for some time of either, I don't know that I would want to start up a whole new channel, a whole third channel over it, but I have been thinking for some time of at least incorporating into this channel in some way, shape, or form, like a episode review or like an overall story arcing review that covers all of our favorite television series, like Ultimate Spider-Man and Avengers Assemble, Avatar, and The Legend of Korra associated with that. Pokemon, you know, the anime we've been watching back through since the beginning as a family. So it's been something I've been considering because we do love all of them and so many great stories to tell, you know, with all of those different animes. And actually, as a parent, I've grown to learn, you know, when you really sit down and you pick apart storytelling, and what a lot of certain children's stories do is help you really teach your kids about morals and lessons that you can't really present them every single day in life, but in ways that they actually can relate to, you know? I know that might have been a bit of word vomit, but either way, it's like, you know, you can show them a situation in a cartoon that they can associate with that you can't give them in real life every single moment. You know, those moments arrive, but they don't happen all the time. So you can use those moments to actually educate your children even, and, you know, talk to them about the scene that they just watched, like, well, this is why that happened to Ash, and, you know, whatever, or this is why Aang did this decision, or, you know, it's fun as a parent to be able to actually use those as learning lessons, and then when they happen in real life, you can actually point that out to them and say, you know, well, do you remember back when this character went through this? Well, this is a very similar situation that, you know, you're going through now, and this is how you can, you know, make a decision like they did that can help you overcome it, you know. So I do like that. It's the same reason, obviously, why many children's books were written that way too, you know, when you really think about it. I just don't like the garbage television that pretty much a lot of kids shows are anymore. Like, I was somebody who grew up with Teen Titans as a really amazing, like, coming of age type of animated series. You know, it was humorous and comedic, but it also had really serious undertones and very complex character building and a really nice overarching storyline that was just really fun to see kind of unfold before you. And then they made basically a mockery, in my opinion, of it with Teen Titans Go. You know, like, I know a lot of people like Teen Titans Go. I just can't really get into it. I think it's just too random and chaotic, and there's just no real continuity. There's no, I don't know, there's not a lot of character development. It's just about being goofy, and I know that there's a whole market for that, and today's kids seemingly don't have as much of an attention span, but I also think that has something to do with the media they're being given to consume. You know, if they, from a young age, are taught to sit and watch through a story-built episode, that's what they're going to grow up appreciating, you know, like we did. And if all they get are these, you know, little 30-minute chaos. Oh jeez, you got kicked out again. If all they get is, you know, 30 minutes of chaos and there's no real direction, nothing to really carry them through, then I don't really see why, you know, they'd ever really gain an attention span to begin with. So that's my preach for the morning, or for the afternoon. I said there was going to be a discussion today, right? I'm just going to ditch out on my efforts to get that Gigantamax El Creamy for now. If at the end of the stream, if it's still there, I might pick up the torch again on it. But for now, I think what I'm going to do is just continue along with my Pokédex completion here. It's wanting me to go hunt some Combi, which I might oblige. I'm surprised I don't have a Combi. I know I have a Vespiquen. I think it was saying Combi was over in that general area over in the distance there. Oh, Creamy also reminds me, just thinking back to my failure here, one of the areas of topics of discussion that I actually wanted to bring up today is something that I find absolutely crazy that was just pretty much dropped, I feel like, in the last day or two, which is that the Pokemon TCG is actually going to be removing fairy types altogether from the game, which is a very interesting move. I mean, I can kind of understand somewhat, not really. I mean, the area that I understand in is, like, obviously if... It's like with Psychic and Poison and Ghost. They're all jam-packed into the same exact typing in the TCG. And in, like, the same regard with Fighting, Ground, and Rock. You know, they're all jam-packed into their own, like, physical typing in the TCG. I don't exactly remember all of the technical terms. I know they have different terms than the games do. Like, colorless is actually normal Pokemon are called colorless and all that stuff. But either way, it's very interesting that, you know, they just kind of highlighted fairy type Pokemon in the TCG only during the X and Y and Alola generations, and now that they're coming into Sword and Shield, they're actually going to be removing it and putting all fairy typings into the same exact category as the Ghost and Psychic and stuff like that. Although I feel like I read that they're actually going to be moving what was it? Dark type Pokemon? No, they're going to be moving Poison type Pokemon, I think it was, into... I'll have to do some more research for my News with Noki video, but if I remember correctly from reading, it was Poison type Pokemon are going to now be moved over to the Darkness type, because then that balances it out with Fairy and Poison being on opposite sides of the spectrum. But that's still very interesting in my opinion that they're going down that route, especially since Dragon still has its own typing, Steel has its own typing still. You know, obviously some of the core elements also, but I don't know. It's very intriguing what they deem as wanting to keep and what they want to take out. And the timing of it, too, is very intriguing. Especially since, you know, the Pokemon Company on a whole got a lot of slack for removing so many Pokemon from the Pokédex. And now they're going to remove an entire typing from the TCG. I was already seeing a lot of people commenting, like, it's going to crush a lot of, you know, children who love to collect the pink cards. And, you know, that is something that is going to be an interesting backlash to see if they're, you know, people that are upset about it. I don't know. You guys, let's let me know what you think, though. You know, what do you feel about this? Do you think it's really that big of a deal, or do you think that they should keep it in there? Do you think that... What do you think? I still am kind of up in the air. I only understand it from... Oh, I forgot to... I only understand it from like the standpoint of wanting to condense, I guess. You know, condense it down so there's not so many different typings in the TCG overall. Maybe it makes it more confusing for some players. Not really sure. Either way, we'll see how other people feel about it. I'm more of a collector than I am a player, so I don't know what kind of effect it's also going to have when it comes to playing the game either. I wonder if I can just Pokeball this guy, this lady. Is that Doctor Strange? That's cool. Members of the trio spend all their time together. Each one has a slightly different taste in nectar. Interesting. Hi, buddy. Alright, there's still a lot of Pokemon we haven't caught. Let's catch some more. Lipbug and Arrokuda. Yeah, let's call you... I think I'll just call you Nectar, because that's a cute little name for you. Oh, pardon me. Ooh, pardon me. I almost said Gesundheit to myself. Seasonal allergies all year round. What do you call those? Yearly allergies? Annual? Perennial? I don't know. I hate it either way. I did see back here a Pangoro, and I do know that I need a Pangoro for my collection. However, oops. I need to heal Mr. Tingles. The Glimwood Tangle?
Yep.
Not yet. I need to go catch a couple of other different types of Pokemon first, but I'm sure there are Pokemon in the Glimwood Tangle that I definitely need. I'm gonna mute quick so I can blow my nose. Excuse me. Okay, let's paralyze quickly. Pangoro. Oh. Let's try Poison Jab. See what that does. Not bad at all. Pull up my discussion notes here quickly too. Let's try and do another one, see if I can get it down a little farther. Alright, let's try and throw Great Ball. Nice. This Pokemon is quick to anger. It has no problem using its prodigious strength to get its way. It lives for duels against obstacles. I would love to see that. I'm gonna name him the Darkness. Let's go. Can't remember where it said that there was Aracuda and what was the other one that wanted Blipbug. I know the Blipbugs can be found in a lot of places. Okay, that's right. It was not actually in the wild area. We're going en route to Wedgehurst. While we're going to Wedgehurst, I do want to bring up that there have been some pretty interesting trademarks that have been registered through Pokemon. I'm going to do a full breakdown of that during the news with Noki. However, one of the crazy things, I guess, that has been trademarked is for Pokepark. And I never got the chance to play Pokepark as a kid. It came out, though, at the same time during Generation 4 as Diamond and Pearl. And obviously a lot of people have been on the edge of their seats waiting for Diamond and Pearl remakes, so this is even more fuel to that fire for them. Either way, it's very interesting because Pokepark is kind of an outdated idea, I feel like, especially with Pokemon Home coming up. So it makes me feel like, and I've heard it through a few other people as well, that maybe it's going to be a feature of Pokemon Home instead of being its own standalone game, which I think would be pretty cool. I think if there are like a bunch of different little side games or little side areas in Pokemon Home, maybe even a number of them that actually give callbacks to old games like that, that would be pretty cool. I mean, if they did like a Pokemon Battle Revolution or something aspect where you actually get to use your Pokemon out of your Pokemon Home boxes to like battle each other, I mean, I don't want to hold my breath, but I think that would be sweet. Scout. Scout's just a dream, buddy. We'll see, though, if that ends up being the case. Man, that Gyarados was adamant. It's still going to be very interesting, nonetheless, to see how it pans out. They don't usually copyright names or trademark names and stuff like that unless they're about to use them for some form of marketing promotion. So, I mean, there is definitely something to it, that's for sure. When you consider the fact also that they literally just announced a remake to a Pokemon game that people never thought they were going to touch again, it brings even more speculation to maybe they're really trying to widen the Pokemon IP overall back to what it used to be, which was, you know, the core RPG games, and then all of this ancillary material that the fans got to enjoy, like Pokemon Snap and, you know, the Mystery Dungeon series, Ranger, even Pokemon Conquest. I feel like would be pretty cool to revisit with new, you know, with a new approach. But either way, last. I'm just gonna try and clip all this thing, I bet. I have to remember I'm not in the wild area, so these Pokemon aren't as strong. Here's another one. Either way, I'm very interested to know what you guys think. Do you think that they're going to bring Pokepark back as its own game? Do you think that they could implement it as something that, you know, could be a feature in Pokemon Home? Do some of you guys who have more experience with Pokepark than I, would you want to see it return? Or do you think it'd just be like a waste of time? I'm just very curious. Like I said, I never got the opportunity to really enjoy it myself, but as from what I've seen, it looks like it'd be a pretty cool feature. Nice. it sees any movement around it, this Pokemon charges for it straight away. Leading with its sharply pointed jaw, it's very proud of that jaw. I'm gonna name it Heart. Ooh, Barracuda. Promise I'll never do that again. Alrighty then. Where does this take you? Secret locations, I like it. It's a PP Max on top of that. Let me see what's in the fishing spot here. Alex, another person who never played Poke Park. Oops, wasn't paying attention. Yeah, like I said, I never got the opportunity either. Looks like it could be fun though. I mean, it's basically like playing with your Pokemon and collecting them together, doing various little side things with them. Oh, it's just a magic Pokemon. Every time I see a Magikarp, I literally cannot help but have that song stuck in my head. What else we got here? Oh, interesting. Spawnable Pokemon on that island. Looks like it's just a Dreadnought, though. Anything else secretive in this area? Ooh, there's its evolution, right? Oops. I didn't want you. I already got you. Well, I guess. Gotta stick to my rule. Well, I'm gonna try and quick ball this. Perescuda. I swear, these things are like nearly as good as a Master Ball. I know that's not legitimately true, and if you actually look at the statistical, you know, rate of capture and stuff like that, it's nowhere near obviously 100%. But with the dice rolling of whether it's going to catch it or not, I feel like it's pretty effective, especially against like moderately powerful Pokemon. This Pokemon has a jaw that's as sharp as a spear and as strong as steel. Apparently, Barrascuda's flesh is surprisingly tasty, too. It's very interesting, honestly, how this game has been the #1 exposure of people eating Pokemon. Like, no other game has hinted to it as closely as this one. I know that there was Pokemon Tales sold in Johto in Generation 2, and they made it out to be like this really evil thing that Team Rocket was doing that you had to stop because it was, you know, terrible for the for the Slowpoke, even though they would grow their tails. But then in this game, it's like, oh yeah, we chop up Pokemon or Slowpoke tails all the time, cook them with curry on rice, and we eat Barrascuda, and we eat the backs off of Applins, and like, there's plenty of other, or not Applins, Appletons. There's plenty of other examples where it's like, jeez. I'm gonna name this one Spearhead. I don't know why. It's just the first thing that came to mind, and so I'm going to go with it. And because I've been pretty lazy with my Pokemon naming lately, to be honest. In the past, I would go out of my way, and I still will for a Pokemon I'm really excited about. But in the past, I would just go way out of my way to find, like, the scientific definition behind, oh, here we go, everything and anything related to that Pokemon to come up with the coolest name possible. Alex, it's funny, I literally just discovered that and now I'm looking down and seeing your comment. Thank you for letting me know, though. That's cool. It's cool that they added little secret areas, you know, on the routes. I wonder if this is the only route that has a secret area, if there are others. Man, I might as well just do quick balls for a while. If it doesn't work, then I'll battle it, because quick balls are so much more effective. And quick. A constant collector of information, this Pokemon is very smart, very strong, is what it isn't. That's hilarious. Okay, now we've got Stonejourner, which I've heard is very difficult to find. Quillfish, Dugtrio, and Hippowdon. I'm not going to name this Blipbug. I already have both of its evolutions. What I don't have is an Obstagoon. What I would love to have is a shiny Obstagoon. So I really hope I can eventually, when I do all my shiny hunting, I want a shiny Zigzagoon, Linoon, and Obstagoon. I love all three of them. Let's see what my rate of capture is on this one. Do I get it? Do I get it? Ayo! That's awesome. Its voice is staggering in volume. Obstagoon has a tendency to take on a threatening posture and shout. This move is known as Obstruct. Yeah. I'm gonna name you the other type of gene. No. Let's name you... Well, actually, since you're a female, just name me Kiss. Sweet. What else is up this way? Besides hitting into the goon. This would be a good place to hunt for shiny Zigzagoon, that's for sure. Just sit here and battle Zigzagoon all day long and get up your battle combo or whatever I guess they call it. And it's not really combo. It's just they keep a record of all the battles you've had against the Pokemon, how many times you fainted or caught that Pokemon, and that increases your shiny odds. So this would be a good place to do it. Psycho Cut, nice. I do think I want to go get myself some more water really quickly. Currently, I am shiny hunting whatever I run into at the forest near Belonlea, the Glimwood Tangle, which is what Elias wants me to go. He wants me to go there so badly. That's pretty cool though. I would love to get a couple of shiny Pokemon from that forest as well. I mean, obviously a shiny Ponyta or a shiny Impidimp or something like that would be really cool. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get myself some more water, but I'll be right back. It's hilarious. So he heard me say Glimwood Tangle, Belle and Leia, and he came burning in here as soon as as fast as he could. He just loves that place. And honestly, I don't blame him. It's beautiful. Okay. You want to go to the Glimwood Tangle?
Sure.
Oh, sure, he says. Like it wasn't his idea.
I love the Glimwood Tangle.
You love the Glimwood Tangle?
And the Glimwood Tangle City.
Belle and Leia?
Yep.
That one's kind of tricky to say, isn't it?
Go that way. Do this.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you got for us here? There's Belle and Leia. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yep. I want to get in the fairy gym.
Oh, I already beat the fairy gym, buddy. But I don't think there's really anything in this. Ooh, Sinisty. I don't have a Sinisty yet.
I know.
Nice.
I knock out
Try and quick ball this.
the electricity.
I don't want to knock it out. I want to catch it. Nice. It's awesome. Careful. You gonna go watch more Spider-Man? Awesome. I would love to check if it's a knockoff or if it's an original, because it's actually very, very rare to catch an original that's actually not a forgery. This Pokemon is said to have been born when a lonely spirit possessed a cold, leftover cup of tea. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna name you. What is it? What do you say?
Now come up, please.
Yes. You don't just sit there and go. Huh? I don't know what that means. Well, I know what it means, but you also need to be using your words, buddy. What is that? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm gonna name you Earl. Oops, I accidentally pushed the wrong button. Oh well. Can always rename it. Yeah, to get a shiny original Alex, I've watched a couple of videos on, is so extremely rare. I should check this one out to see if it's an original. Oh darn it, I forgot that I had it on team. How do you...
Oh.
Forget how you check it.
Obstacle. Each obstacle. Yep, obstacle. Stop.
Not that one. Yeah, I do have an obstacle now. Isn't that cool?
Obstacle of option to renew. Yeah. Test the new of option to Poltergeist.
How do you... Alex, do you know, I'm kind of in the dark on this, I guess. How do you actually click on it to rotate the cup to C?
Shandaroo. Daima Shandaroo. Daima Shandaroo.
I'm not sure.
Chase take my sound con.
So I know I've got dark and ghost in the same. Alrighty here. Normally, if it's different, it shows it twice. Went into the Pokédex and checked. Oh, I got what you mean. So you mean that once you actually go into the Pokédex, once you have a different form of that Pokemon, it shows it as a different, like you can look at its different form. Is that correct?
Cool.
Yeah, you're right.
Can you take my school also?
Where is? Guess I could sort.
That whale stone tips.
Look at its top. Why can't I look at its bottom? This is kind of funny. I've never messed around with this before. It's interesting. Oh, hey. Isn't it its original if it has a little thing of writing there? I need to do a little research.
Who was that? He's a Fluffy. Look, he's a Fluffy.
Yeah, he evolves into Poltergeist.
Now a fox and two coconut or me Poltergeist.
Yep, I can definitely evolve it into a Poltergeist here. Antique Synesty is very rare to come across. Okay, so it says here, there's a lot of different forgeries out in the world of Galar. Same can be said for T-based ghost-type Pokemon. Majority of Synesty you find in the Glimwood Tangle are actually forgeries. That is, the cups themselves obviously are the forgeries. The Synesty are phony Synesty. On occasions, authentic work can also be found. An antique Synesty will have a little blue authenticity stamp on the underside of its bottom ridge. The stamp can only be clearly seen when either Pokemon is Dynamaxing or when you select the motion cry. I have an antique. I got it. My first Synesty was an antique. You can see it right there. That's awesome. That's crazy. Right off the get-go. It also says that the type of evolution, if it's a forgery, you can tell because it will take a cracked pot to evolve it. But if it's a antique, it will take a chipped pot to evolve it. Which apparently you can buy both of which in Stoinside. That's awesome. That's crazy that like right out of the gates. It looks like all those are by Hammerlock, eh? I guess I want to. It'd be nice to catch a forgery too, I guess, right? You can't go that way.
Let's do that way.
What's this?
On the rectangle.
Oop. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I think somebody was here, but I didn't get to the door fast enough. Oops. Sometimes it's hard. We do have doorbell, but in the wintertime, it's actually like a wireless doorbell that the landlord installed, so it just gets too cold and doesn't work properly. So sometimes it's a little tricky to actually hear when people are here. And we've got Scout here as our own little doorbell, but it's hard to know sometimes. You know, you don't get there fast enough. Either way, if it was important, they'll come back. Snore. Message to see if maybe Nadia can figure out if that was. There's one of our friends who was coming to pick up some food for their ducks and chickens. Or maybe not chickens, ducks and goats. I think they have. Either way, I'm wondering if that was him. I'll find out. Wonder why that's doing that. I'll look into that in a minute. Alright, I don't actually have an Indeedee yet either. My Microsoft Edge just started yelling at me. trying to attack my computer. Ah, so it did not work. I don't think, I'm gonna knock this thing out if I try. I'll try an Ultra Ball, maybe. Yeah, there we go. As part of my Pokédex challenge, I would like to try to get every form of each Pokemon too. Meaning I would like to get a male Indeedee and a female Indeedee. You know, each variation. Forged, Sinistea, and a Antique. I was working on a living dex in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I was trying to work on a living dex through all the old games in the series. It uses the horns on its head to sense the emotions of others. Males will act as valets for those they serve, looking after their every need. That's cool. Yeah. I'm gonna name you Valet, actually. Or actually, let's name you Sir, since you're such a gentleman. And I'll name your female what's the word I'm looking for? Counterpart. I'll name your female counterpart Madame. Alright, I'm gonna jump back to the wild area. Try to get those 4 that it's suggesting for me right now. Pretty sure that these are over in that area there across the water. So, I needed what? Hippodon. Quillfish, Dugtrio, Hippodon, Stonjourner. Some of those would be in the water. Might as well check it. Speaking of raid dens, another area of discussion I actually wanted to bring up. for anybody who's looking to take advantage of the current raid events that are going on for Alcremie, Appleton, and Flapple, Colossal, Lapras, all of those are going to be coming to an end here in the next like 2 weeks essentially. As of January 31st is when Alcremie is no longer going to be available. And as of February 7th is when Colossal, Lapras, Appleton, and Flapple are no longer going to be available either. There has not, as of yet, been any official announcements whether as to what the next raid battle is going to be, or if there even will be one to precede it right away. I'm sure they will continue some form of, you know, rotational cycle, even bringing certain ones back. However, I don't think that it'll only be highlighting Gigantamax Pokemon. I think they're going to start out just highlighting Gigantamax Pokemon, but I'm assuming some of these special raids are going to be introducing returning Pokemon as well, you know, especially with the free updates coming out here in June and November. Hi, buddy. You getting bored with Spider-Man? Are you all done with Spider-Man?
I know.
You want to keep watching it, or you want to be done?
Keep watching.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, you just came to see what I was doing?
Yeah.
I just caught an Exadrill. Or Excadrill, I guess is how you'd actually pronounce it. It's not uncommon for tunnels that appear to have formed naturally to actually be a result of Excadrill's rampant digging. That's crazy. It digs really fast.
Walk so good.
Excadrill.
I think well fire sound with obstacle.
Oh, I don't think that they battle too much. Yeah, I'm gonna name you Molly instead of Molly. Molly. I know I'm lame. Okay. Hippodon, 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 Hippodon. I'm assuming Hippodon will be, you would think, the easiest one to come across here, or a Doug Trio. I think Doug Trios, though, I can find in another area I know of. Oh, why am I seeing this before?
Roblox.
Focus Sash, sweet.
It's Roblox. It's Roblox.
Let's grab one.
Yep.
Ooh, 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 ooh. A Ditto? That wasn't what I just saw. I was coming across a, oh god, Dino, what is it? Why can't I remember its evolution right now? Dino's evolution. Not Swilus, is it? I don't have a Ditto though. Ditto is just a normal type. Oh wait, it doesn't, cannot be paralyzed. You know, the Ditto just turned into a Toxtricity.
There's two Toxtricities.
Well, it's not really a Toxtricity. That's a Ditto transforming into a Toxtricity. Alright, now I'm going to use an Ultra Ball. Yes, there's a sandstorm. Nice. Now that I have a Ditto, I can do some proper breeding. Granted, I would love to get a foreign Ditto. So if anybody's watching in stream, or even at a later time, and is interested in trading me a foreign Ditto, I would seriously greatly appreciate it. It can reconstitute its entire cellular structure to change into what it sees, but it returns to normal when it relaxes. I'm gonna name you Shapeshifter, because I am an adamant Supernatural fan. And if you guys have seen Supernatural, Ditto kind of resembles what shapeshifters even leave behind after they've changed meat suits. Which is kind of a funny comparison too. Oh, it is Zwilus. My intuition was correct. Man, that was pretty powerful. Wait, did I just... I'm so stupid. I just used the max revive, not paying attention. Oh. So stupid. I'm sorry. That's alright. Live and learn, right? Oh, Alex, that would be really nice of you. You don't have to go out of your way. Definitely don't feel like you need to go out of your way at all. But if you just do happen across one, I mean, it'd be really cool. I'd love to help make that part of my shiny hunt endeavors, to actually be able to try the Masuda method out also, you know, on top of it. My goal is to do like a Masuda method where I have a bunch of eggs going, and then at the same time be out actually hunting physical Pokemon, shiny hunting, as well as trying to fit in some raid battles to shiny hunt G-Max Pokemon, just to kind of get, you know, the full spectrum of all shiny hunting at one time. Let's see, I'm gonna use Poison Jab. I know it's probably not gonna be that effective. Shouldn't be. Perfect. Nice. And through my breeding endeavors, if I'm very open. I have absolutely, especially since all of you guys have been so giving, you know, and just, it's really warmed my heart just to see how many people have just been so willing to, you know, help me out and give me things, give my family shiny Pokemon and stuff like that. Like, I already would have been willing to give away, you know, all my extra shinies and all my extra specials, but just the fact that you guys are willing to do that and go out of your way, I mean, like, honestly, if I ever have duplicates, or even if I have some that I don't mind partying with, I'm gonna definitely get you guys back. Like, I'm definitely gonna be returning the favor to everybody who's helped me out too. It's how this works, you know. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, and we have a community out of it. But while hunting for prey, Zwilus wanders its territory. Its two heads often bang over which way to go. Just because I'm totally ridiculous, I'm gonna name it Dos. Because I know Zwilus is actually, I think Zwei is German, if I'm not mistaken, for two. Because it's Die, Zwei, and Drei, right? No, because the last one isn't try, is it? No, it's High Drei. So it's Die, Zwei, and Drei. I just probably butchered that. But either way, I'm a stupid American. No, I actually love America. Anyway, tangent aside, I'm gonna be totally ridiculous and name Dino Uno, Zuilos Dos, and Hydreigon Tres. Oh, my beautiful Umbreon. My favorite evolution. For those of you who've seen my videos, you'll know I actually have a little Umbreon plush, and I have my Umbreon little figurine up in the box up there. I love Umbreon so much. Actually, I'm really going to be trying very hard to find a shiny Umbreon through all of my endeavors as well. It's like priority number one. I want one so badly. I mean that, and I guess not. It's like shiny Umbreon and shiny Latias. Once Latias comes into the games. Nice, got Umbreon. Those two, because I have a shiny Latios. So having a shiny Latias would complete my channel mascots, and then to get my shiny Umbreon would just make my dreams come true. When this Pokemon becomes angry, it pours secret a poisonous sweat. Oh, its pores secrete. My goodness, where did I learn how to read? When this Pokemon becomes angry, its pores secrete a poisonous sweat, which it sprays at its opponent's eyes. Yes, I'm going to name you Nightshade. Actually, I'm going to name you Dahlia. Alex, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Seriously, I really appreciate it. I mean, I didn't see her too. It's pretty easy in the link code that it's designated for getting foreign dittos. I did not know that. I did not. Ooh, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. No. And then I accidentally hit the whistle button right when it disappeared. That's hilarious. Oh my god. These things, man. They're adamant. You got two of them. Nice. That's awesome. Wait, I didn't even think about it. Are you able... I mean, I would assume you are. You're able to put Pokemon in both daycares, in the wild area and... I mean, I guess that wouldn't really make probably that much of a difference, would it? Probably wouldn't make breeding any quicker, really. There's gotta be some fishing spots I know along here. I'm assuming that Quillfish is probably in a fishing spot here. Grabby. Yeah, you can, huh? That's cool. I mean, I don't know, is there, I guess, I don't know if you've tried it out, is there really a benefit to doing it, or does it just take a lot of time to get back and forth between the two of them when you're actually breeding, where it doesn't really, you might as well just stick around the one and hatch eggs, I guess, I don't know. Can be found wandering in the water, huh? Okay. Well, I was totally wrong then. I would have figured it was a fishing Pokemon. Man, in my stream yesterday, it was such a pain to try and get that Remoraid, and then to find out it was just a fishing, it could be just caught fishing. It was such a blessing. Ooh. I don't think I have a Mantine yet. A Mantine, I guess, is actually probably the correct way. Yeah, I could see myself only using the one in the wild area also, considering the bulk of the Pokemon I'll be collecting are probably in the wild area, not up in that route. So I'll probably only utilize that. I should probably say I'll probably mostly utilize that one as well. I don't want to knock you out, Mantine. Don't make me knock you out. Oh, this Sears doesn't. Oh, pardon me. Not bad, not bad. It can be found fishing as well, I believe. Okay, so if I have an issue coming across it, maybe I'll try fishing to see if that gets me any luck too. The Remoraid was just tricky to catch because they frickin' fly through the air like crazy, and they don't stay in one position. They're just constantly flying through the air, and it's like as soon as you see it in the air, by the time you get over to it, it's already in the water, and then you can't catch it. It was a very frustrating hunt. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Darn it, all that work for nothing. Did not mean to knock it out. I've been having to heal. I've been having to use a lot of my potions to heal Mr. Tingles. Couldn't imagine Quillfish is really a jumper. I mean, maybe. Oh. Guess I could try to catch that Mantine again. I need it. Pretty sure I have a Mantike already. Crabby. Goldine. 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 Wait, is that a quill? I think I just saw a Quillfish hanging out there, honestly. Alright, he just disappeared. I'm pretty sure I just saw one. Nice, Shadow Claw. Hi. Spider-Man turned into a lizard?
Yep.
Oh man, how did they save him?
Spider-Man lizard.
There was a lot of Spider-Man lizards I saw.
Spider-Man lizard is like iron.
Iron Fist. Really nice. That actually did quite a lot of damage. Come on, Mantine, Mantine, however you say your name. Might as well just use a super potion or something here. Hopefully that sandstorm doesn't knock it out before I have the opportunity to catch it. Ah, my goodness, it's tricky. So close. Luckily he used Aura Veil, at least that'll prevent him from fainting as quickly. Nice! Got him. If it builds up enough speed swimming, it can jump out above the waves and glide for over 300 feet. Gonna name you... Ooh. I'm just gonna name you Sting, even though I know you're a manta ray. Because I just don't care. Alright. Come here, little goldfish. already got you, Lantern. Darn it. Goldfish is pretty tricky, not gonna lie. A little hard to find. Oh man, I don't know if you guys have also seen lately the announcement that the Pokemon remake of Mewtwo Strikes Back, which they just called Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. Either way, the 3D graphical remake of that is going to be debuting on Netflix at the end of February. February 27th, actually, to be exact, is when they are planning on dropping that. I am really, really excited for that. I love, obviously, the first Pokemon movie, you know, was the one that most of us grew up with, from the Gen 1ers. But I just love the storyline behind that movie so much. It has such a compelling storyline, and to see Ash make that sacrifice and everything that comes with it, and it's just such a beautiful story. And so I'm really excited to see it kind of re-envisioned. I mean, from what I've seen, it is a little strange to see certain character models in the new three-dimensional graphics, but at the same time, it's kind of a cool new twist on it. It'll still be fun to watch. I feel like I'm going to do a breakdown or a review of the movie after I've had the chance to see it when it debuts. I don't think I have a Gengar yet. I should try and catch this Gengar. Try near the daycare in the wild area. Okay, I'll definitely go check that out. That didn't work. Switch out to another Pokemon here. Maybe I'll throw out Crawdont because he doesn't have anything particularly strong against Gengar. Effective, I should say, against Gengar. He also isn't weak, particularly to Gengar's attacks either. Whew, that was close. Nice. One Ultra Ball. That's all it took. That's awesome. On the night of a full moon, if shadows move on their own and laugh, it must be Gengar's doing. I'll call you... I'm gonna name you Echo, because that's probably what you would do to somebody to terrify them, is echo their voice back to them. I kinda like that name anyway. Alright. So I'm told if I go over by the Wild Area Daycare Center, maybe I'll have some more luck. I don't think I've even checked this area out, honestly. It'd be cool if you could go behind it, but I don't think you can. It's part of the gimmick, probably. Big mushroom, big mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. Wait to back to that little island. When you're going towards Wedgehurst, there is a really small island. What are you talking about? When you're going back towards Wedgehurst? You mean Motostoke? This one? Ooh, a Gallade. I saw a shiny thing. Oh, let's go. Yes, you are a good boy. I'm gonna need a heal. No. You're a good boy, but that means you can't be down there. You're gonna knock everything over. I want to use that. I'm going to switch out Pokemon here. Unfortunately, these might all be a little too good. I could use Cryo and confuse him too. Quillfish can be fun in the water around there. Okay. I'll check around this island then. Thanks for the suggestion though, seriously. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this doesn't knock him out. That would suck. Ooh, didn't. Close, but didn't. Nice. I love that in this game you are capable of catching second and third stage evolutions in the wild. That's something that they never really did too much of before, especially with Pokemon like Gallade. And, I mean, it makes it more realistic, for one, because you would see these in the wild in the Pokemon world, but it also just makes it more fun to collect Pokemon. You know, I don't have to collect a Pokemon just to level it up and evolve it. I can collect a lot of Pokemon. True to its honorable warrior image, it uses the blades on its I almost said eyebrows, on its elbows only in defense of something or someone. Yes, I'm going to name you Knight. Alright then. Hey, Quillfish. Thanks for the suggestion, Alex. Found it right away. Ooh. Powerful attack. So awesome. Ultimate Spider-Man, seriously, such a good show. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. It's just such a good show. Nice. All right, Quillfish down. Now I'm wondering, what am I sitting at? When faced with a larger opponent, it swallows as much water as it can to match the opponent's size. Ooh, I'm at 196. I'm gonna name you Pins so that I can get a Pinkerton and name it Needles. So I have Pins and Needles. Agent Venom's back?
Yep.
I know, I saw that. It was really cool.
Hamlock.
Doug Trio. I know where I can find a Doug Trio Oops. Might as well run since Mr. Tingles is pretty beat up. I got backwards here. Got turned around. I know it's around here somewhere. I don't have a Thievel. Nice. That wasn't too tricky. It secretly marks potential targets with a scent. By following the scent, it stalks its targets and steals from them when they least expect it. Swipe or no swiping? Here we go. There's got to be Doug Trios in this area, wouldn't you think? Or maybe I should go to the Dusty Bowl instead. Dusty Bowl ahead. Some Doug Trio, but I'm not really that certain. Finish it up. How about your math? Did you finish that one up yet? How about you go finish that one up quickly, okay? I don't think I have a Palpitoad yet. I want to at least get my goal reached of 200 Pokemon today. Halfway to the ultimate goal. Yeah, I don't have Palpitoad yet. Nice. It weakens its prey with sound waves intense enough to cause headaches, then entangles them with its sticky tongue. Gonna name you DJ. Lizard serum, huh? I don't think I have an Electric either.
I got them.
Okay, you're helping out Doc Connors? Well, good luck helping him out. He's kind of crazy when he's the lizard. Oh, I do have an Electric. Let me. Let's see, I do need to heal quickly here, though. Oh, I know I don't have a Shuckle. Hey Mike, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Here, kind of towards the end, unfortunately for you, but welcome nonetheless. We got about 2 more Pokemon to go before I reach 200 Pokemon in my Pokedex. And I've only got about 5-6 more minutes to stream before I need to shut her down for my timing for this evening. But I feel like I can at least reach the goal today, that's for sure. It stores berries inside its shell. To avoid attacks, it hides beneath rocks and remains completely still. Makes sense. I'm gonna name you... Name you Juicer. As ridiculous as that is. I don't know what this is. Colossal. I was after like a Stonejourner or a Doug Trio. Can't remember what the other one was they suggested for me. But I'm not having any luck finding any of those Pokemon. I mean, Stonejourner I know I've heard is very tricky to find. Alright, Mike, you're saying that you are on 285. Very cool. Cruising right along, aren't you? Once you pass that 300, you know, it's going to be all downhill from there, right? We can at least hope. I'm hoping. I would love to be able to actually get my shiny charm before I start the majority of my shiny hunting. Definitely don't need Roly-Coly. Dawnstone. Black Dawn. It's a great song, actually. Like the Dawn by the Oh Hellos. If you've never heard of it before, you should definitely check it out. Especially the version on their NPR session. Amazing. I actually don't think I have a Golurk yet, to be honest. Do I? No, I have Golett. No, I don't. was kind of a long shot. Might as well just use a super potion. Got some tough dex entries like Zamazenta and the ones that can only be found in certain versions, so I'm off to a good start. Nice. Yeah, that's actually something that's going to be a little bit tougher. I guess not too tough. Luckily I can trade with Nadia. She's already beat the game, so I can at least trade legendaries. What are you pretending right now? Oh, you're Venom?
No, I'm Lizard.
Oh, you're Lizard? I'm supposed to be Venom?
Yes.
We're gonna wait. I'll be done with my stream in like 5 minutes, and then I'll play Venom with you. Okay? Sound good? You 5? What was I just saying? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, luckily with the fact that Nadia's already beat the game and she has Pokemon Shield, when she's doing her Pokemon hunting, she can give me duplicates of a lot of the things that I can't collect in the game. And vice versa. You know, I can help her out as well. Nice. Might be just what I needed. You and Nadia should do some shiny racing streams when you get your charms. First one to get the shiny from their method wins. Yeah, actually, I've seen a couple of other streamers who have, you know, significant others that they stream with, and I've really loved that idea. I think it'd be fun to do. I don't have the setup where you could see both of us on screen at the same time, unfortunately, but at least, you know, she'd be here in the stream with me, and you'd be able to see her reactions, and you'd be able to see my, you know, screen and stuff like that. But I still think it'd be really fun to do. There's a lot of ideas we have to do together here on this channel, but also a lot on our channel we actually do together, which is Full-Minded Fools. There's a lot of fun things that we have in store for that one too. Artillery platforms built into the walls of ancient castles served as perches from which Galar could fire energy beams. Wow. That's intense. I'll call you Turret then. But yeah, doing some other... if you guys ever have any suggestions like that for things you think would be really fun for myself or our family to do, definitely bring them forward, because it's really fun to find new ways for us to enjoy these games and enjoy streaming and stuff like that together. Alright, and if I'm not mistaken then, that means that I'm at 200? 200! Alright, so guys, for now, I'm going to finish off the stream right there at 200 for today. I will be back tomorrow doing another solo live stream where I'll be continuing trying to film up my Pokédex. I know that I had said it might be a max raid battle night, but we do actually have some friends coming over to spend the night to hang out with the kids. So unfortunately, we won't be doing any max raid battling tomorrow night. That'll be Saturday night instead. But tomorrow I'll still be going live then in the afternoon, probably at 1 o'clock again, although I'll only be able to stream until about 2:30 instead of 3 o'clock, because my daughter does come home tomorrow at 3. Either way, you can catch me again tomorrow at 1 p.m. for some more Pokemon Sword, Pokemon hunting. And I thoroughly hope you guys look forward to that. Thank you so much for joining me today in the stream and for all of your wonderful guidance and help and advice. I really appreciate it always. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. And once again, this has been Professor Noki.